everyone, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to our Facebook Live. And if we haven't met, if this is your first time tuning in with me, I'm Nurse Elaine of Gravitas Med Spa, aesthetic nurse and acne specialist. So tonight is such a special one for us because we are sharing a story that is not just powerful, but it's personal. So we're joined by two incredible guests who are here to talk about his journey towards a painful and a stubborn acne towards a clear, confident skin. Believe me, trust me, you want to stay from beginning to the end because if you are struggling with acne and you have tried almost everything and you haven't find the result that you are looking for, stay around, stick around because we are here to share with you how one of our clients achieved an almost clear skin in within just 90 days. So make sure to grab your tea and say hi in the comments if you're watching us live. Comment hashtag live so I know that you're here with us right now. And if you are watching us on a replay, you can comment hashtag replay so I know you stopped by. So, and also if you or anybody you know, anyone you love struggling with acne and they're not getting the result that they want, please share this video to them so that they can also get the information and they can learn from what we are about to share with you tonight. So don't forget to like and share this video to everyone that you know, or you can also tag somebody that you know or comment skin reboot so that we can reach out to start your own skin transformation. So before we get started, I just want to make sure that I can see my Facebook page. So if you comment, I can answer your questions. So feel free to comment or ask your questions if you have any questions during our Facebook Live, and I'll try to answer them as we go through it. If not, I will answer them after our Facebook Live. Okay. So let's see. So now I just want to welcome our guest, Lori, and his son, Jude. So here they are. Hi, Lori. Hi, Jude. How are you? How are you guys?
Good,
We're
great.
doing great.
Good. And thank you so much for your time, for your for like graciously sharing your time with us tonight to share your journey. I know this is your first time to go Facebook Live, but I do really appreciate you both joining us tonight. Okay, so Jude, can you just briefly introduce yourself, like how old you are, and like how was your skin like before you came to us?
Yeah. So my name is Jude Patton. I'm 19 years old. I'm about to be a sophomore in college. My skin started out. It started out as my sophomore year of high school through playing sports. I got a lot of acne, and I thought, okay, it's gonna go away after I finish the sports. But over time, it just kind of compounded to a point where like it was my entire face was just a red mess. We would call it like raw skin. It just looked bright red. It was bumpy all over like mountains. It was super painful to touch. And honestly, I gotten so accustomed to having acne that I didn't even notice how bad it really was until some people started like calling out and saying like, hey, like that doesn't look good. And so it was a slow, gradual decline to a point where it was just like painful red bumps just everywhere on
And
my
how
skin.
did you feel about it? Like, having that, how did you feel around your friends in school and how it affected your confidence?
Yeah, it really shot my self-esteem. Like I didn't feel good at all. There would be a lot of times where I didn't really want to go to school because I just felt embarrassed, or I would try to cover it up with something to just make sure that it wasn't as red. But it wasn't something that I really focused on until I kind of saw acne on other people, and I noticed, if I have worse acne than them, and that's the first thing I notice on them, I can't imagine, how people see me. And so it really kind of just started degrading how I felt about myself. And I didn't really want to go out really anywhere.
Yeah, and what were some of the things that you have done, you've tried?
Mm.
I know you said that you have all tried almost everything. So, like, what have you done before coming to me?
Yeah, so I've done a lot of research. I spent hundreds of dollars on like Korean skincare. I've tried methods of doing nothing, putting on very specific regimens, tretinoin, even went to dermatologists, but nothing seemed to work. I fixed my diet and everything else, but it still was there. So yeah, a little bit of everything almost.
Yeah, I really, and it's the most common comment, that I hear all the time from my clients. And that's why I feel so bad because, you know, it's like the confidence is really one thing. I mean, skin, the issue is there, but the confidence, the effect inside is what's really very, very important to me. And I know for everyone, especially as a parent. That's why, Lori, I remember you reaching out to us after seeing our Acne Reboot ad. What made you take that first step?
Well, I saw your ad on my Instagram feed, and it was you talking. You were talking about acne, and it instantly, obviously, it worked because we were dealing with this. We're like right smack in the middle of having it be the worst it's been, and my husband and I talked about it, and we just thought, you know what, Jude deserves the best, and I couldn't help him, and so my heart just went out to him, and I just thought, you know what, we have to take that first step, day one of our journey. So I reached out, and you took over.
Yeah, I know you said that it affected your heart. So, what was it like watching Jude go through this?
It was hard for me. I mean, any mom feels for their kids when they're going through something. And at this point, I think when you saw him that first day, that was like the worst it had been. And as a mom, I personally couldn't do anything to help him. Like, we each have our gifts as adults, our vocations, our skills. I
Mhm.
don't have that skill set to help him in that way. And so when I found out you were also a nurse and also that you're in Valencia, which is close, I thought, you know what, there's no downside. Like, let's start this journey. So my heart was really heavy when we started, but I was hopeful.
Are you glad you did?
So glad. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just so happy and I'm just so grateful for both of you for trusting me in with this process because I know it's hard to trust anybody because almost a lot of people like offers like they offer acne treatment and things like that and you can choose one other than me and I'm just so grateful that you put your trust in me.
yeah.
So, when you started seeing his skin improve, how did that feel for both of you?
For me, I was so thankful. Like, I knew from the very first day, the things that you did that very first visit, I even knew like his skin was smoother, and he even noticed that too. And it's like from day one, I'm just so thankful that like it literally worked. Whatever you've been doing every visit, it's working.
And Jude, how do you feel about it?
I mean,
Like the very first time.
I felt amazing. I mean, I remember the first visit. I remember coming home and I was like, it feels weird to have smooth skin for the first time, and I just like, I haven't felt that in a long time. And it's a slow process. And then I remember just waking up one day and I was like, just saw in the mirror how much has changed. And it's, you don't really realize it until a lot of time has passed. And then you're like, whoa.
It's only been 3 months. I mean, I knew it was going to be a journey, but yeah,
Exactly.
3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so, were you nervous at first when you first came?
Yeah, I was very nervous just because I've tried a lot of things before, and so I didn't know if it was going to be like another regiment that I follow and it ends up not working. But after seeing some results, I definitely knew it was worth it, and I was very hopeful in that moment.
Yeah, for our viewers who are watching right now, so let's talk about your journey. And we started on March 21st, right? Remember that day when you came like full. So let's
Mm.
show this to our viewers on how was the condition of your skin at that during that time. So this was Jude's skin when he first came to us. And I know you went through a lot, Jude. Deep extractions, LED lights, skin peeling, and a home care regimen, right?
Mm-hmm.
What part of the treatment stood out for you the most?
For me, it was probably the extractions. I mean, it's at first I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this, but coming home and just feeling the smooth skin, like taking a shower for the first time, and I'm washing my face and just not feeling bumps. And like I look in the mirror and I don't see any whiteheads. It's definitely something I've never had before because I've never done extractions before. And so it really stuck out to me because I knew it was worth it.
And I think
yeah.
it's
I'm sorry, Lori, what did you say?
for me, it was hard because, it's painful, but you have to go through that in order to get to the other side. You have to go
That's
through that
right.
in order to get the results. And yeah, so.
Did you feel hopeful in the beginning when we get started?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we first did a chemical peel, I began feeling a lot of hope because I could see it already clearing up. And even though it was just a little bit at the beginning, I knew that it was, kind of a new chapter in a sense.
So during that time, when I first touch your skin, do you fully give your trust on me as your acne specialist? Do you feel like I can help you clear your skin at that moment?
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely felt like you knew what you were doing and you knew that your process was going to work and you had confidence in that.
You had
Great.
confidence.
And so for everyone who's watching right now, Jude started on our acne erase protocol, which we customize for his specific skin type, the severity of his skin, and his sensitivity. So the treatment, the acne treatment is not a one size fits all. That's why it's very important that you come in for your own skin assessment so that we can map out a plan on what will work for you. And we also put him on the acne erase regimen so that he has help in between his sessions, because it's very important what he uses at home every single day, in the morning and then at night, right, Jude?
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like the regimen is like working and helping you with your clear skin?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I noticed the products I'm using are not inflaming my skin like products I've used in the past. And I can definitely notice it's slowly getting better even between the sessions.
And I know you have tried a lot of different products. So what made our products different from the other products that you've been using?
Yeah, I think the difference was they're specially like each thing is designed for my skin. I think in the past I knew what products were good, but I didn't know what was for my like kind of skin and what would trigger my skin. But this regimen, it's specially designed so that each step, like I know that it's not gonna cause my skin to have a breakout, or I know each step is for a purpose.
Right.
So you observe that each time you come in, your acne just keeps getting like keep improving, and your skin just keeps getting better.
Yeah, exactly.
So here comes June 13th, last session with Jude. So this is like almost 3 months, just 3 months, right? Jude's acne had reduced by 90%. That's incredible. And how did you feel seeing those results? So let me just show them. Big guys, June 13 was like the last session, and this was the picture he had during that session. But his skin now is much better than this. Look at him. Can you show your skin, Jude?
Yeah.
Look at that. And you started getting compliments on your skin, right?
Yeah, I did.
How
So
did you feel about it?
I mean, I felt amazing because I don't remember the last time where someone like came out and was like, "Dude, your skin is looking amazing. Like, what have you been doing?" Um, it's a culture shock for me because I haven't. No one has said that in a long time, and so it really boosted just my overall self-esteem, and I felt
Amazing.
great. I didn't feel self-conscious about going out or trying to like, not sweat a bunch or anything like that. I didn't have to really worry. So.
That's great. So, what was the first thing you noticed about yourself that changed aside from your skin?
Mm. Well, definitely the confidence, but I mean, obviously, I'm not afraid of going out and having other people see my skin, but also it was just a big confidence of just seeing myself in that light. Like not looking at myself and hating the way that my skin is a big thing for me because
Mhm.
it can kind of get in a cycle of self-pity. And so I finally feel like I'm, released of that. So.
Amazing.
Thing that it
And
means.
Lori, as a mom, seeing that transformation on Jude in such a short time, only 90 days,
Mhm.
because usually, it takes longer, a year or more, but in just a short time of 90 days, what went through your heart?
I was so thankful, like thankfulness and just joy for him, knowing that what I couldn't do as a mom, you could do. And Jude was very diligent about his routine. Um, Even before we saw you, he was diligent with all the other products he was trying. But just thankful that he's finally free of just like I don't want to say curse, but like the way his face was before, it's like when he talked to people, that's all they saw. They didn't see him, they just saw the outside. And I'm just so thankful that that first day, the journey we took, it's made such a difference. And I just feel like almost like a breath of fresh air. Like I can finally like, oh, exhale, knowing that he's on his way to, you know, clear skin.
And just knowing Jude for such a short amount of time, I know he is such a nice guy, a nice son that
Okay.
deserves to have a beautiful skin so
No, he
that you can, right? Because he is such a like nice human being. Like every time he comes, I can feel that kindness in his heart. So that's why,
he is
right?
a
It radiates.
and as a mom, we want our kids to put their best face forward, you know, whether that's job interviews or meeting, you know, meeting with a professor, or you know, that's why we did the Invisalign. So at least, you know, give them a good smile. But the face is also what people see and it's how you present yourself. And I'm just so thankful that he doesn't have to worry about what his face looks like, you know.
Yeah, and that's the reason actually why I got into this niche because I am also a mother of two girls. And they too, like especially my oldest daughter, it started with my oldest daughter. She's the one who had all the breakouts because I already knew with my little one, so she did not experience that. But here and there, but she didn't experience like my oldest daughter did. So that's why I know how it feels, how I know it affected their confidence, especially on their teenage years,
Yeah.
because this is where their self-esteem, their confidence are really very important as they start to face the world. So that's why it's really my passion to help a lot of people, especially the teenagers, so that their confidence will be improved and not just hide their skin and like isolate their themselves from the world because their confidence is affected, right? So we're almost done with Jude's journey, and we're not done yet. Now that the active breakouts are almost gone, we're ready to go into the next step. So we'll start into the collagen induction treatment or the microneedling to help reduce the scarring and also helps improve your metabolic health. So will help your body from within, right? Because the real last thing is skin health always starts from within. So that's why it's really very important. So are you excited for this next part of your journey?
I'm very, very excited. Yes.
So any goals you have now that you're seeing results?
Um, well, obviously, I would want clear skin, but if for more practical steps, one of the steps that I really want, or one of the goals, is, in the past, I always had people like randomly come up to me to give me advice. Even if, they don't know anything about skincare, people would always actively come and try to give me advice. And so now that I'm not receiving any more advice, I guess you could say, eventually want to get to a stage where people ask me for advice. I think that would be a really big goal, but to a point where people notice the change and want it to.
So for everyone who are struggling with acne, who were once in your shoes, what would you tell them?
I would just tell them, there is hope. It doesn't always have to be like this. I mean, I know there's so many ads online saying this works and this works and this works. And, none of them live up to its name, but I'm very, very glad that I took this and that it has worked and I've seen the results. So
you're living proof.
Yeah, I'm living proof.
Yes, yes. And Lori, any advice to the mom who are watching us right now?
I would just say, like, if you literally see your child struggling with acne, don't wait another day, because it's an investment in them, and you want what's best for your kids. And I think we waited so long, and I saw him suffering, and it was so, like, my heart just would drop knowing, like, it was just so inflamed and so painful. So I would say to other moms, start the journey right now. Like, don't wait, because it only gets better from here.
Thank you so much.
In a holding zone where they're just constantly just irritated.
Exactly. And I always say acne doesn't just hurt your skin. It hurts your spirit, your confidence, and your joy. And it's so special to witness stories like Jude's, where healing goes beyond the surface. I always just love hearing the stories like yours, because I know I've done my part, my mission, and my goal, where God has gave me this talent to, I was telling like most of my clients, I thought I'm going to retire as a nurse at the bedside, not knowing that God has a mission for me. And this is the mission, to help a lot of people, especially the teenagers, improve their skin, because they have a lot of experience, a lot of things they have in front of them, right? And confidence is a major thing that they need to have, right? Let me just hold on. We have a comment here. So what did you think? Okay. Hi. Hi, Kate. So Jude started with our acne erase protocol, and then he also had an acne erase regimen. So let me just quickly show you how Jude's skin before, when he came to us. So this was his skin, and 90 days later, this was his skin, and then now look at his skin.
Even better, yeah.
It's just getting so much better. So if you are ready to take the step, if you or your anybody just send us a DM and we will reach out to you, so we can schedule a free, no obligation skin assessment, just so that we can map out the plan and answer all your questions. Okay. So feel free to comment. For those of you who are watching, please feel free to comment if you have any questions. Just comment skin reboot, so we'll send you we'll schedule you for a free skin assessment. And if Jude's story have touched your heart and you're ready for your own skin transformation, just comment skin reboot, so that we will make sure to reach out to you. Yes, it does. It helps with cystic acne. Jude has a lot of cystic acne when he started. Did you see his picture when he first started? Here, let me show you. So Jude actually has a lot of cystic acne, and it cleared it without the use of any harsh medications. These are all just our acne erase protocol and acne erase regimen, Gravitas Med Spa. So let me just, you can visit our page, or so this is our page, or you can call 310-985-2293, so we can schedule your skin assessment. Okay, and thank you for asking and participating with us today. And I am, more than happy to help you. We have other teenagers that are really like worst. It's like almost all of the skin is cystic. It's like full of pus. So
Mm.
that's how bad it was from some of our clients. So it's just it works for a lot of my clients, especially the teenagers, granting that they will follow and be compliant and be consistent, right? Jude, tell us exactly what is the key in order to see the result.
I mean, the key is just being consistent. So making sure that you are doing the regimen every day. Because if you just trust the process, it will work. But you have to do it for sure.
Yes. So Kate, we will reach out to you so we can schedule a virtual assessment, so I can see your son's skin, so that we can map out a plan together and answer all your questions. Okay? So we will reach out to you. So any final words to say, Jude and Lori, to our viewers who are watching right now?
For me, I'm just so thankful for you. And it's a personal approach. So it's between you and Jude, and you know exactly what he needs. And it's not cookie cutter or one size fits all. It's a very personal relationship and approach to treating his skin. And I just feel like I wish I would have seen you sooner. Because he suffered for so long, but I'm glad that we're on this journey. And I remember right after we had that first visit, Jude and I got in the car, and I looked at him and I said, "This is day one of your journey." And we were both so hopeful, because we were just praying that, Lord, let this work, and we're committed 100%. So yeah. So for me, I'm just so thankful.
How about for you, Jude?
I mean, I'm very thankful as well. I mean, I wish I have, started it years ago, but I'm very glad that, we took the step and that I'm where I am today.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm so surprised at his results. Like,
I'm too.
Sometimes he'll just come down the stairs from waking up. I'm like, wow, like even better. Like, it seems like every day gets better.
Yes, and I'm so happy, with the result that you're getting, and as well as my other clients. That's why I always pray before I start, Lord, anoint my hand to help heal my clients, so that you will use me as an instrument to help a lot of people and heal their skin, which he is really making me the instrument, because I have helped a lot of people, and I believe in everything that I do, because I research, I study, uh, and actually, I just came back from the International Aesthetics and Spa Convention in Las Vegas. Actually, I just got back this morning.
Wow.
So I continue to equip myself with, what's the latest, what's really effective. That's why I said all my treatments and my products is a result of my own studies. This is not just what I see here, I adapt it. No, I study them, and I experimented. I study the ingredients. I look at what's best, and then put them together to give my clients the result that's really game changer.
Yeah, and it is. And your products have your own ingredients. It's not like it's someone else's product. It's your product. So
Exactly.
that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, because before I even started my own product and put it together, I research on what are the best ingredients
Yeah.
for acne. So that's why when I put that together, that's why I use this oil control cleanser, if you have, so that we can control the skin. I mean, the oil that's causing the clog pores. And then you have the oil control toner. And then you have the biobalance that helps repair the barrier, the skin barrier, because your skin barrier is compromised. So we need something to repair it. And that's the use of the biobalance. And we have, it all depends on what is the need of your skin,
Right.
which for you it's like very customized. And I even have a sunscreen that has a high zinc. That's why it's meant for acneic skin, because zinc is anti-inflammatory, so it helps with the inflammation of the skin. So I have a reason for each product that I put my clients on. So that's why it makes it really very effective for each specific skin type. I don't always prescribe the regimen that I give to you to another client. So it all, like, I customize everything. So that's why I said it's not just a one size fits all treatment. Okay. So hope you all find this information helpful. So make sure to follow us, our social media page, Gravitas Med Spa. We are on all social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn. So please make sure to follow us in all of our social media platforms, so you can see if we have something new, announcements, promotions, things like that. So make sure to follow us. And hold on, let me just answer this. How does your product differ from Accutane? This is not Accutane.
Mm-mm.
Accutane is a medication, and I try to prevent at all costs not to put my clients on Accutane, because Accutane has a lot of side effects. So if I can prevent my clients to put them on Accutane, I will prevent them from doing it. I have helped a lot of clients, prevented them from using Accutane, like Jude. You know, if you go to the doctor, they will already put you on Accutane because it will dry up the. But with that, you need to have a series of labs in order to monitor your lab results, especially your liver, your kidney, things like that. With my treatment, none of that. Everything is safe, and it's not something that will affect your liver. Um, I will reach out to you, Kate, so we can discuss, because I want to help your kids not to be on Accutane. Okay. All right. Thank you so much once again. And thank you, Jude. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for your time. Thank
Thank
you for the trust and, for the journey. I know we are not at the end yet, because this is going to be, a process, right? So that's why I'm just very happy and hopeful that and very thankful that you continue to trust me. And once again, this is Nurse Elaine of Gravitas Med Spa, your partner in your skincare journey towards a beautiful, healthy, and glowing skin. So see you on our next Facebook Live.
you.
Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Lori.